morning, my darlings. You can't even see me. Here I am. Oh, probably better that you don't actually, and just focus on the view because I am fresh out of bed, pretty much. Welcome to Vlogmas day 10, quite possibly. I think my brain has got a little bit of frostbite. As you can see, it is the most, ooh, cold hands. It is the most beautiful morning here at the Grove. I stayed over last night. It was the Joe Malone Christmas event here last night, and boy oh boy did we have such a fun evening. They really know how to put on an exceptional event. So much fun. And I did think I might quite fancy going to the gym this morning, but then I opened up the windows and saw this incredible view. I think the last time I was here it was frosty as well, but not this beautiful, and it's such a gorgeous place. This is a massive golf course, but as it's still fairly early, there's no golfers out yet, so I'm not at risk of meeting up with a stray golf ball. I'm actually going to have to put you away because my hand is freezing holding the camera, so I'll catch up with you when I'm back in the warmth and heading for the iconic Grove breakfast. Can't wait. A proper good morning, my darlings. I am just about defrosted, but only just. I feel like I've got cold all the way to my bones. I think I was out walking for about an hour and it was -1 outside, but what a beautiful start to the day. So if you watched yesterday's vlog, you'll know that I came to the Grove Hotel with Joe Malone. They've done a massive takeover again this year. We had the most incredible evening last night and I'm about to head down for breakfast. I did a few stretches here in the room this morning wearing my pajamas, with my heatless curls in, with my LED mask on, and then I thought instead of going to the gym I'd go for a nice walk, and I feel really good for it. Just need to defrost. Doing my makeup with practically numb fingers was a little bit tricky. I think I just need the tiniest bit of dry shampoo. I bought the lovely, what's it called, Velvet Amber one from Living Proof. This is also really good if you just need a little bit of grit, if your hair's maybe a bit clean. I don't usually have that problem. The volume is giving Hermione Granger, but I don't mind. I always think it does look quite nice down, but that volume doesn't last, unfortunately, and I have to have my hair clipped away from my face when I'm eating. Anyway, my darlings, I am ready for my morning coffee, so let's head down to breakfast. Just thought I'd capture this room while there's no one in here. This is where we had our afternoon tea yesterday, and it was so lovely. A lot of the decor in here is Joe Malone themed. You can see the boxes under the tree. They've done a huge takeover of the hotel this year. This is a great outfit of the day, Mira. Although I'm so cold, I've popped my coat back on, but I've got my same Lily silk cashmere that I was wearing yesterday. And then this is actually an old Ulla Johnson skirt, but I was going for the Mrs. Claus kind of look. And again, my that's the one problem with this coat, the tie doesn't attach at the back, so you have to just grab it and thread it through the arm when you take it off. 𝑭𝒊𝒅 boots, because it was pouring with rain yesterday, and these honestly just go with absolutely everything. So how gorgeous is this room? I love it. Need a big mirror like this in the entrance hall. That would be great. Okay, let's go and get, oh, that's a nice idea. Sparkly amaryllis in a bulb, in a bowl. And then this fireplace is beautiful as well. There's so many gorgeous lounge areas in this hotel. How lovely. It really is such a special place. Look at this. This is the famous breakfast buffet. Got the fruit station over here, the full English section, and they'll make your eggs fresh. Tempted to get an eggs Florentine. It's something that I would never really make for myself at home. All the buns look delicious. We've got a cereal and nut station over here. That looks rather lovely. They look incredible. Pecan maple swirl. Oh my gosh, what treats. Then we've got a whole charcuterie section over here. That was such a perfect breakfast. I just fancied the egg Florentine, which is not something that I usually go for, but it felt healthy and indulgent all in one. And I also had that little pumpkin cake, a slice of brioche French toast, and a bowl of yogurt with nuts and seeds. I think maybe because I was eating a little bit later, I was just very peckish, so feeling very satisfied. Now I'm just packing away, sorry, I'm just doing it with this little bow. I've got like a waxed thread on this skirt and it's really cute. So I'm just packing away my bits and bobs, and I thought I would just highlight a few things which I think could be really lovely gifts. And especially, I think there is something so lovely about personalized gifts. So this is my, you'll have seen this in the Abu Dhabi vlog, because I think I rummaged through all of the bits in here on the airplane. This is my technology pouch, and I keep everything in here from my memory card readers, because I've got the new MacBook which only has a USB-C and I need memory card. So my memory card reader lives in here. I keep obviously the phone charger in here. My camera battery charger is still charging. I normally have a, where have I put it? I normally have a power bank as well, which comes in very handy. And this is random, this is not really technology, but I've got a whisk. This is just in case, this is a little battery powered whisk. If I want to make a frothy coffee or a matcha, then I've got my emergency whisk stash. And just in case I'm craving it, there is a little pouch of matcha in here as well, and some Nurofen, just the kind of emergency pouch. The pouch itself is from Elizabeth Scarlett, and I just think that a personalized makeup bag or pouch is such a sweet gift idea. It's a really lovely brand. They've got the most gorgeous embroidery. You can get your name in, or your recipient's name in silver or in gold. I love the ruffles. You'll have seen possibly my big pouches as well, which are padded and they've almost got like a lining which is a bit water resistant. So I'll probably show you when I get home, because actually they make really good gifts for people that like to travel with a lot of liquids. When I'm going abroad, I'll put my SPFs in them, but because they're very padded, I also use an Elizabeth Scarlett pouch for keeping my drone and camera equipment in when I travel. And it just means that when I'm at home and I'm deciding what I need to take with me for certain trips, I know what's in each pouch. So I can grab my technology pouch, I can grab my hair pouch. This one here has got all of my hair essentials in it. So I'll keep my shampoo and conditioner, my dry shampoo, my hair oil, and the amount of times that I've come away and forgotten a hairbrush, but by keeping it all in this pouch. This one is more subtly personalized with JI here. I love the green velvet, the beautiful sun embroidery, and it opens up nice and wide. I can see everything, all of my products, and then it just zips up to keep everything neat and tidy, and you've got this little handle on the top as well. So I'll grab that pouch, I'll grab my tech pouch, I'll grab my drone if I need it, my liquids pouch. It just means that I feel super organized when I am traveling, and for me that makes a really, really big difference. So I'll leave the 𝑭𝒂𝒕𝒅 page link down below if you fancy treating yourself or a loved one to one of these. I think gifts for daughters, for friends, for mums, I just think it's very, very sweet. If you know someone as well that likes to change handbags quite a lot, it's quite a good idea to just have, you know, your essentials that you always need with you. For me, that's a torch, my camera, a spare battery, and it just means that whatever handbag I'm taking, I just grab the pouch and I know that I've got all my essentials with me, and it means I can rotate my handbags far more easily. Oh, also in here, okay, this set of earphones, they are from a brand called Raycon. Again, I mentioned these on the Abu Dhabi vlog, so I was wearing them on the aeroplane. They are very jazzy little earphones, and they're not actually normal. They are special. Let me show you. Okay, I have to tell you, I feel a little bit like, oh, sorry, my music is playing. As Long As You're Mine from Cynthia of Wicked. I feel like Britney Spears, especially when I just wear one of these. It's because I touched it, my music started playing again. So these are the Raycon Essential Open Earbuds, and what I love about these is, if I show you close up, I went for the lilac color because I thought it was very, very jazzy. This little bit here is the speaker, but it kind of goes like, do you know those really jazzy, you can get like spectacle versions, they go, you can hear the music but your ear is still open. So if for example you're going on a taxi journey, like I came here yesterday and I didn't want to be horrendously antisocial and not be, you know, able to hear the driver if he asked any questions or was chatting, but at the same time I did need to do a little bit of proof editing of the Vlogmas video. So these are perfect because you can still hear the outside world, but you can listen to your music, listen to your podcast, or do your editing, whatever you need to do. So if perhaps you like to listen to music when you're out on a walk, or you like to just kind of be working on the go, you could be taking work calls while you're out on a walk, but you don't want to get completely discombobulated and switched off from the outside world, these are absolutely amazing for that. They're also really, really lightweight. The case itself is super lightweight. It charges with my USB iPhone charger. They're actually waterproof and have a mega, mega long battery as well. And the best part is they are super affordable comparative to other earphones that offer the kind of tech that these do. I have taken calls on these before, and I have to say, from the recipient point of view, the quality is really noticeably better because it actually, by some magic, gets rid of any background noise and gives extra clarity to your voice, plus the fact that you can still hear what's going on around you while you can also hear. So it's more like having a real conversation with someone that's just walking next to you because you're fully aware, as opposed to being completely plugged into your call. And I personally, as someone who likes to connect with the outside world, I personally much prefer that. So yeah, these are what I've been using for car journeys, for walking out, doing calls and things like that, from Raycon. Because they are such a great price point as well, I will leave these linked down below too, and I feel that they would make an excellent, really, really nice stocking filler. The music quality is amazing. The battery I'm so impressed with. So I'm going to pop those back in my gorgeous little pouch. Such nice gift ideas. I feel like that's a couple of really thoughtful things that you could gift someone this Christmas. If you are tempted by any of those bits, then do be sure to check the links in my description box. You'll always find any discount codes there. For example, with my Raycon earbuds, there is the link itself will actually instantly get you 30% off. I think it makes them around £44, which is absolutely incredible. For my pouches, I will leave each of the individual styles. These two, I'll leave them linked down below. And like I said, when I get home I will show you my other ones that I highly recommend, but these are the two that I brought with me, keeping me very, very organized. So sadly, we're actually leaving the Grove very, very soon, but after quickly dropping all my bits off at home, we are going to be heading back to 𝑭𝒊𝒏𝒅 to where our holiday cottages are, because I've realised I've still not really explained what's happening at cottage number 1, and the carpets went down yesterday and they're finishing off this morning, so I'm going to be able to give you the big reveal and finally tell you exactly what secret we have been keeping for so long. So let's get going. Just wrapping up all of the goodies that were so generously left in the room, and I just had to show you this one because I feel like this is going to be the scent of Christmas. Jo Malone ginger biscuit. They had this in a perfume last year, this one here, but this year they've also brought it out as the candle, and it smells so good. It's sweet, it's warm, it's cinnamony. I just think that bottle, ooh, fragrance avalanche. The bottle, look at that beautiful colour in the light. It's absolutely stunning, really beautiful ambery. There's just such a gorgeous warmth to it. And this candle, ginger biscuit candle, what a lovely gift. And yeah, as I said, oh, I've just noticed that is exactly how it looks out the front of the hotel. I'll show you now. They've got a bow at the top with the Jo Malone gifts. The Jo Malone van is parked up here. It really is such a lovely collaboration. And if you didn't see my full room tour yesterday, it's just been, I've been so lucky to have such an incredible room. I mean, this is just the living area. Obviously it's a bit discombobulated now because I've slept in it. Oh, it looks a little bit messy. I always like to leave hotel rooms looking fairly neat and tidy. This unit at the end of the bed is a TV. How cool. Definitely need to recreate this at home. I know I keep saying that, but we really do. Oh, there's a doggy. Oh, it's a sausage with a fluffy tail. Oh, I'm having the best day ever. Can you see that little angel? Oh, so cute, but so frosty on my tiny little paws. That was such a beautiful walk this morning. And then the bathroom, just left my robe in the tub. It's just, I mean, my bath last night was heavenly. Okay, I am home again. That was such a funny journey because honestly the taxi driver must have thought I was going a little bit mad because I was listening to My Therapist Ghosted Me podcast, which is Joanne McNally and Vogue Williams. That was such a bad Irish accent. It was Joanne and Vogue. It's their podcast they've had for years and years, and I was catching up on a few back episodes. I was just listening to it while also doing some work, and those two ladies are so funny that I just kept bursting out laughing, and obviously everything else in the car was completely silent. So I think the driver thinks I'm completely bonkers. He wouldn't be entirely wrong. This is a new brand of tea, and I think it's got like chaga mushroom in it, as well as ginger, lemongrass and other bits and bobs. I wanted to show you, like I mentioned earlier, how I just organise my entire life pretty much in Elizabeth Scarlett bags. You can see on the inside, this is what I meant about it being almost like wipe clean. So if you did take your travel liquids with you, and it's got loads of different pockets in it. I keep my laser hair removal device and all of the various apparatus that come with it, which is just basically the plug, in this one. As I mentioned, downstairs I keep my drone in one. I keep all of my gel nails in another. If you just like to be organized, then these pouches are the best. Elizabeth Scarlett also do really beautiful eye masks. They do loads of really lovely travel pieces, so definitely have a look at their website. I have got changed into something very practical. I will confess to you, I've actually had these leggings on since first thing this morning. I put them on for the frosty walk, and then I was so cold. As I mentioned, I was so cold that I actually ended up putting on my skirt over the top and then thinking, no one's going to know if I just keep my leggings on. So these have been on me since 7 AM. And I'm still wearing the same cashmere top as I was before. This is a really nice fleece. I think you've seen me wearing the cream version from Holland Cooper, little leather toggle, the button detail, great layering piece, great for dog walks, great for, well, today it's for furniture moving. Just what you want to be doing when you've got your Christmas party starting in 6 hours. Nat. But I'm going to head over to the cottages. I really have to help Charlie because we've got loads of furniture that we've been storing up in the store that needs to now go into cottage number 1. And then I will fully explain what is going on and yeah, show you around. Can't wait. So I feel like possibly my lovely coat I was wearing earlier is not suitable. Oh, let me just quickly show you as well. I've got a new pair of glasses. I'm really loving, to be honest, 𝑭𝒏𝒅 glasses were actually really generous and they sent quite a few pairs and I'm just loving them. So this pair, Dolce & Gabbana, they've got a really beautiful swoop and they're a cat eye. And I think that this shape is quite good for me. I think I suit ones that go up like this. I just feel a bit more confident when I'm driving with these glasses on. My vision, like long term, seeing into the distance, it's still fairly sharp. It's like minus 0 point something or other, but I do sometimes feel a little bit of strain. So I'm going to drive in these. Okay, let's get going. Let's go. Okay, just before I head out to the cottages, I just went to collect the post for the day, and we've got our delivery of Smith & Munson flowers. So I thought I'd quickly get these in some water. Like I said a few days ago, I think a flower subscription would make such a nice Christmas gift, and these are grown on a family farm in the UK. And at this time of year it's lilies, in the summer we had roses, we had peonies, in late spring, and we have tulip season to look forward to. Maybe that will be next. Oh, I just love tulip season so much. I don't really have time to arrange these right now, so what I'm going to do is hack away at the bottom of them, and I'm just going to get them in some water, quickly removing the lower leaves. And I'm actually going to leave these here in the kitchen quite close to the 𝑭𝒂𝒕𝒖𝒓𝒆𝒅 because the warmth will almost put them into fast forward mode, and they may even start to open by the time I get back from the cottages. Not 100%, but they might do, and the frequency of these flowers is spot on because it was only yesterday that I actually composted our last bunch of flowers from Smith & Munson. So that is perfect. I love them. My favourite lilies. I have to be honest, lilies are actually not my favourite flower, but my favourite of the lilies are the ones that don't have the stamen in. If they do have stamen, I must confess I take them through to the dining room and put them on the table there, because that stamen really stains and it's just risky business. My next delivery that I want to unbox quickly before I go out is from Laura Mercier, and the reason I'd like to unbox it is because I have a feeling there may be something edible in here. This to me, I mean, I could be setting myself up for disappointment here, but this to me looks like a box that might contain sweet treats. And then there's another box here, which I think may contain something rather lovely from Laura Mercier. So let's have a little look inside. Oh, it's so beautiful. We actually, I don't know if you remember, if you watched the wedding vlogs, I set up little Laura Mercier goodie bags and stations in our guests' bathrooms when they stayed in the holiday cottages and for friends and family members. And amber vanilla is such a gorgeous flavour. This is their bath, honey bath. I don't know if I've tried this. Using the honey dipper, remove the desired amount and swirl into warm running bath water. Ooh, that sounds very nice. And this honey dipper is very useful. That is a gorgeous gift set. Thank you, Laura Mercier. And you know what? I think this is actually makeup in here, not sweet treats, because it's got a patisserie menu of the Prime Flawless Treat Duo, a setting powder, the Caviar Cravings Eye Essentials. Oh no, has it been left upside down? Oh, I don't know. Is this edible or is it not edible? The suspense is killing me. I think, it's not edible. Darn it. We have got in here the Indulgent Icons Setting Powder and Puff. This is actually one of my favourite all-time powders. It really keeps your skin glowing while you can also get rid of any areas that you don't want to be shiny. Creme de la Creme Eyeshadow Trio. These are such lovely little stocking fillers. How adorable. We've got, I thought this was a real croissant, but it's actually a candle. How cute is that? Smells very, very sweet in a little 𝑭𝒆𝒂𝒕𝒖𝒓𝒆𝒅 pastry bag. We've got some cute little matches to light the candle. And lastly, Caviar Cravings Eye Essentials, a little liner and mascara. This packaging is so cute. How lovely. Thank you, 𝑭𝒆𝒂𝒕𝒖𝒓𝒆𝒅. Beautiful delivery. Okay, now that that's all unpacked, let's finally get to the cottages. I feel like I've been saying it all day, but now it's actually time to go. This is very, very exciting. Welcome to #1 Chapel Lane. I feel like you're getting we've got a very unflattering overhead light.
I can't get in the camera there, so.
Oh, we'll have to hoik it up a little bit. No, I need you to come and be the star of the show, because this is a project that Charlie's been working on for the last 6 months or so.
Yeah,
since April. Wow. So I mentioned a couple of videos ago that obviously we've got Strawtop cottages next door, #2 and 3 Chapel Lane, and it was very fortuitous that #1 came up for sale, kind of. It became available for us to purchase, and we had always had an idea that we'd love to do, and when this place came available, we thought, right, maybe this is the one. So do you want to talk about the renovation, and then we'll reveal what this place is for?
Well, yeah, so as you say, like, there's 3 thatched cottages in a row, and it just organically happened that #2 became available after we bought #3 originally. And both of those are obviously holiday cottages, as you know, Strawtop cottages. And we did initially think about this third one as another, but the reality is both the cottages next door are very busy, but really the more demand we're seeing is for a bigger cottage. So really it would make more sense for us to save our money and plan, hopefully in the future, for a more family-friendly thatched cottage to form as part of Strawtop cottages. But when this became available, and we knew the old chap that used to live here, really nice guy, and it basically became a bit too much for him up and down the stairs, I'm sure he won't mind me saying that. When it became available, we were like, look, this is too good an opportunity not to have all 3. And your brother, Josie, has a half-brother who is a bit older, and he lives still where you're from, in 𝑭𝒆𝒂𝒕𝒖𝒓𝒆𝒅, Herefordshire. And as you know, as your mum's getting older, as he's getting older, we've sensed for a while, haven't we, that really he's nearly 2 hours away from us, which sounds crazy because it's not that far, and it would be nice for him to live nearby. So this kind of snowballed quite quickly, didn't it? And we're like, actually, this would be amazing. Wouldn't it be amazing if we were able to buy the cottage, to renovate it, and to have him live here? Now, he doesn't know this yet. He doesn't watch your channel.
It's a surprise.
But he will find out tomorrow.
Yeah.
And yeah, I would say I mean, we've
For
gutted.
anyone that doesn't know, I mean, I don't talk about Jamie that much on the channel, but I feel like we should say that Jamie does have
learning difficulties. Yeah, so he's your half-brother.
Yeah, and he's not had the easiest life.
No.
And Charlie and I are in a fortunate position that we are able to renovate and help.
Yeah.
So it's not like...
Well, look, I mean, I think I'll speak on your behalf in that we share as much of our lives with our channel, with the channel and our lovely audience as we can. Like in anyone's life, even as of right now, you and I have got other family things that are going on that are not straightforward. No life's perfect. We're very fortunate with our jobs, very fortunate where we live, and very fortunate to have each other. And we feel very lucky, but equally things are not perfect even in our life at the moment. And the world, not to go down a whole tangent, but it is a tricky time. So we don't talk about your brother because, you know, we don't want to share too much that he wouldn't want. He's super easygoing, but yeah, he's obviously my brother-in-law and a second brother to me, and we wanted to help him. And this project has been about that. We benefit because he's going to be nearer us. We can see him more regularly. We can help out when there are those sort of episodes. It's not for us to go into what his learning difficulties are, but the reality is he is heavily on the spectrum. He has always had a job. He works very hard. He gets up at 5 a.m. every day. He works long hours. He's actually now an HGV driver, which was always his dream. It's taken him quite a long time to get there because he's a fantastic driver, but as you can imagine, the theory side of it was very difficult with his dyslexia. And so we're very proud of him, and this project has been about, for me anyway, about hopefully bringing him closer to you, your mum and me, and having him on our doorstep. And it's brilliant that he's hopefully, because Adderbury, where our cottages are, even if a house was available in our village, I'm not sure our village there's enough going on for him, because he's a single man, he's in his 40s, but you know, he's not a big drinker, but it's nice, he likes going down the pub or whatever. This village has 3 walkable pubs within 60 seconds, a coffee shop, which we obviously love supporting, a hairdresser if he wants his hair done, or he'll get his hair done where I do in Chipping Norton, and then a village shop, and then obviously it also has more going on in Banbury, which is 8 minutes from here. If he wants, you know, a night out or whatever.
Are there clubs in Banbury?
I think there must be. I think Banbury gets some funny rep actually, because it's a really, the parts of Banbury are a really nice market town. Obviously we benefit from the train station, but anyway, long-winded. It's been a project where we've essentially had to. We approached it where we're like, okay, we're on more of a budget than we are for the other 2 cottages. Because of course Jamie appreciates different things to what maybe our guests next door would be, but actually as it snowballed we thought, no, come on, let's do this properly. So we haven't quite rewired it, but we've put a lot of new wiring in, we put a lot of new plumbing in.
That is rewiring.
No, but we haven't rewired the whole house. No. That's a huge expense.
Not too bad.
We're lucky that the roof was rethatched when we did next door. So today the carpets went down and suddenly it feels more like a house. There's still a few things left to do. The kitchen is the one thing that we left from before and we've kind of spruced up. Like in a dream scenario with what we love in our aesthetic, we of course would have loved to put a new kitchen in, but we had quotes and it was just very expensive. So
and it's actually been fun to do it on a slightly smaller budget.
More of a budget, definitely.
Because you don't have to spend hundreds of thousands of pounds to make a cottage look beautiful. I think what would be really nice is if we, I'm going to change my battery, and then we'll give you a little tour, a very quick tour.
Yes.
And then as we go around, I will also insert photos on the screen of what it looked like before Charlie started project managing the renovation. So yeah, let's have a little tour. So this is the living room where we were just chatting with you. So what have you done in this room, darling?
So in here we've ripped everything out. I guess the key thing in here is it's a space that he'll use a lot, and all 3 cottages are quite similar layouts, 2nd floor and 3rd floor, but the downstairs are very different in all 3. And I always thought this one would lend well to being somewhere for someone to live full time, albeit the ones next door are still a nice home, but they're quite small lounges. This is quite a big living space, so this is obviously not fully furnished. We've put a stove in, which is a big thing, which, you know, to help him with bills, and also, you know, a stove just brings so much warmth into the room.
Brings
so Charm would have
factor.
kindly given us this stove.
It's very kind.
This is the Country 1.
Oh.
So we have the Country, no it's not, it's the Island 1. We have the Island 3, which is the big one in our lounge, and the Island 2 in our bedroom. So this is the first time you've seen the smaller one. It's such a nice stove. It's just in classic black, hasn't been cured yet, and that's going to be really something for him. Then obviously, to be honest, we've been reusing things that we've either had at the cottages before, or, you know, and elevated. Your mum found this on Etsy or eBay. TV's going to go on there. We've got a coffee table, I think an old Neptune coffee table, which will look really nice, and then a sofa's coming in here, which is a sofa bed. The thing I can't wait to get up, but I don't know where it's going to go, is, as we said, Josie's brother is an HGV driver and he's obsessed. This is a signed Eddie Stobart print.
Signed by who? A driver or Eddie?
By Eddie Stobart.
No way!
Yeah. He's no longer around.
Can you explain the lamp behind you?
He also has an obsession with lava lamps. So I got him a lava lamp.
That's awesome.
So yeah, I think hopefully we're going to get the sofa here tomorrow. I don't know whether, we've had new carpet in today, which is a local company. It's an artificial sizer, which is what we've got next door.
Nice. Which
is hard wearing, and look, carpet's carpet. It's easy enough to clean.
Can you just talk about what's hidden in the beams?
Yeah, so It took me a while to figure out what these are, but these are like why, sorry. They're all loads of old coins, and basically what we think is the previous owner wanted to keep an eye on the cracks. So obviously if you put a coin in there and then it falls out, you know the cracks got bigger. I mean, there's nothing to worry about with these things. They're solid oak. But I thought I'd leave them in there for a bit of character.
Okay, your 2 minutes is up, so...
We've got a nice big mirror up here.
Next room, gorgeous mirror.
Cotswold Grey in Morton.
Nice, okay,
So then,
show us the kitchen.
So the hallway here, we've got a nice runner, which will be it once...
Not this.
As I say, we still have... Sorry?
I said not that.
No, we still have like a week and a half's worth of work left here. So this area is still where there's a bit more of a building work going on. Hence leaving this down. But it has lovely old terracotta tiles in here, which I like.
Yeah.
I think the kitchen's really starting to look quite homely.
Yeah, it's a lovely kitchen.
Yeah. So before it was silver, sort of quite old-fashioned handles.
Question, just because it's even more obvious on camera than it is in real life, can we replace the light bulbs in these with a slightly warmer tone?
Could do, yeah.
Yeah, because it's very clinical in here.
Yeah, could do. I mean, it's important to have a bright kitchen, but definitely.
Yeah, but it's just giving blue rather than giving orange.
We've replaced all the window furniture. We actually had to replace that window because it was totally rotten.
And now it's beautiful.
So that's a nice oak window now. The tiles were already here, which I actually really quite like.
I love them.
We've put a new sink in. We've kept the old worktop. Look, the worktop's not my favourite, but I think our hope would be, if we can get our heads down, we'll maybe get your brother a new kitchen in 5 or 10 years, unless someone's watching that wants to give us a new one. But
we've changed these.
yeah.
Oh, you put nice cutlery in there.
So home cutlery.
Oh, he's a lucky chap.
So we had that left over because when we discovered 𝑭𝒊𝒏𝒅 cutlery, which to be honest is another level, I was like, so we put the Soho home in a cupboard and he's got that now.
Nice.
And yeah, he's got an oven, fridge, freezer, which currently where he lives he has a small fridge, like an under-counter fridge, and he doesn't have a freezer. So having a freezer, as we know with the cost of eating and stuff, will be a game changer. New sink, so that looks nice. And yeah, in here it still needs a final decoration. All the light switches are from Corsten Architectural.
Beautiful.
And as are the handles and stuff on here.
Very nice.
We have some lovely light fittings from Jim Lawrence. They kindly gave us a discount on those, which was kind of them. And then this window furniture in here is Jim Lawrence, which it's just such good quality. And then we've got Corsten window furniture elsewhere in the cottage.
Nice. Cute that he can see his wreath on the door.
Yeah, and a nice little seating area there.
Yeah.
This is very much where you have to use your vision in here. But this has been quite a big change in here. The acoustics are awful. We put a skylight in because it was very dark in here before. It was like a plastic roof.
It's just a storage space, really, isn't it?
Well, so we've got Oakham Roper kindly making us a boot rack, so he'll have like shoes up to the ceiling here.
Fantastic.
We've got a nice oak strip that will run here with little pegs for coats. I was thinking we put a piece of artwork here and then we can have his vacuum cleaner plugged in here.
Or even like a full-length mirror there.
Well, there's going to be I don't think so, because there's going to be a glass door here. I don't think you'd have a mirror just beyond the glass door.
No, I didn't realise there was going to be a door.
This door's going to be a glass door so that it lets light in, because this was just a normal door before, and the kitchen's so much darker. Obviously it's dusk at the moment, but copper pipe here for hanging pans, which will look quite nice. The door's going to get painted the same as it's all the same Strawtop green that we've got, which is veranda green.
I'd say that's low priority. It looks quite nice as it is.
Well, it's just primed.
Oh, it's chilly.
It needs to be painted. And then do you want to show the patio area quickly?
There it is.
So this is his little patio garden area, which is low maintenance, which is the key thing, because he's not got a lot of time.
He's not got a green thumb.
No.
Lovely. All right, mate, you're on 3 minutes.
All right, we go upstairs. To be honest, stairs are something I would have loved to have replaced, not mad on them, but budgeting wise, we decided to keep them. Carpet looks great up here.
Sure does.
You're going to have a bit of imagination because the bedroom doesn't have a bed yet, but...
Good job, Jamie also likes green.
Some nice curtains, got all the nice old lime plaster, which is great. Paul, our fantastic plumber, created... This was actually a wardrobe, but we took some of the wardrobe space for the shower, which was a really good idea, and then we created some nice shelving here. Yeah. So that's going to look really nice, and then his bed hopefully in here. And he's quite lucky really, because they're not the highest spec wardrobes, but it's a lot of space.
Yeah.
No.
It's a lot of space. Has he got any hanging space?
Yeah. Hanging space.
That's fantastic storage. When you compare the amount of storage he's got now, this is just incredible.
This room and the lounge are like the size of where he lives now, so it's going to be, hopefully for him, a lot more space. So that's that. Then
I think we should bring him up to here when we tell him that it's his house, because we're going to bring him in here tomorrow into the cottage as though it's like another Airbnb, and then we should bring him in here.
So help me with the sofa.
I'll set a secret camera up, and then he will see.
We're going to film it for YouTube though.
He will see a picture of him and his boys, and then you could say something like, "Do you think all your stuff will fit in that wardrobe, Benjay?" And then see what he says.
Do you like the Grumpy Pig artwork? We've got
I do.
One next door. I bought them as a pair, but I never used the second one, so I thought that would look nice there.
Where did you get that?
What do you want to say?
Where did you get that?
Our website.
That's amazing.
Yeah, they're called, I bought them as a pair, but the other one is next door.
Yeah.
They're called Grumpy Pigs. The room I'm most happy with is the bathroom.
Yeah.
So this bathroom was just well, I had a shower, but it's been completely zhuzhed.
It's incredible now. It feels like a hotel bathroom.
Cornerstone kindly gave us the floor tiles and the shower tiles, which I love.
Wow.
We used these shower tiles in our flat in London.
They are amazing.
This is all Burlington, which we paid full price for. I didn't you know.
No collabs here.
No collabs here. Would have loved to have worked with them, but
gorgeous stuff.
This is great storage. We'll put that in there. Jim Lawrence lights.
Yeah.
Which just
really
we've got these bathroom lights in all 3 cottages now. And then it is configuration wise. Come in though, because I do think it looks really nice.
I love that.
Yeah?
That thing. Yeah.
He's got a really good quality toilet, which was meant for our house, but it wasn't the right size.
Loo. That is a nice toilet.
Paul's done a good job of tiling the sill.
Oh.
And I think the design of the shower is quite nice because you've got the towel rail here, look. And it makes so much more sense. So many bathrooms, the towel rail's away from the shower.
Is it gold?
Yeah.
I'm jealous of this house. It's awesome.
Like you're showering, and then the only challenge is Jamie's a little bit shorter than me. This shower's fine for me, but this is the challenge of the cottages that we have. If you were 6 foot, you'd be here. Yeah, so it's really
such a nice bathroom. It's teeny weeny, but it's perfect for one person.
Storage, though.
Yeah.
I mean, perfect for 2 people. He loves fishing, so I thought he'd like those.
Yeah. Awesome. I'd have to go on my tiptoes for this mirror. Okay.
And then the final room.
Finalmente. Anyone that is familiar with the layout of our cottages will be getting deja vu right now.
This is a tighter staircase than next door. Like you kind of have to go up on your hands.
You do.
By the way, all the paint's Edward Bulmer, a lot of which we had left over from other projects.
Great.
So this is either Olympian green or pea green, I can't remember.
Nice lamp. Is that Soho Home?
Yeah, so this was Soho Home. We had this in our snug at home, but we're re-zhuzhing our snug, so I thought he could have that. Your brother's got 4 boys, hasn't he? Which we won't
collection of children.
We love our nephews, but it's quite complicated. I'm not gonna lie. 4 boys, a lot of cost and a lot of energy.
Boys. Yeah.
Let's say. So when they come and stay, because they don't live with him, when they come and stay, we're going to have 2 single beds up here. And then I think some sort of small chest of drawers, and then that will work quite nicely there.
Lovely.
Because it is quite a dark room otherwise. And I think we need to find a chest of drawers there as well. But it's a good space, it's a good guest room. Do you see the astronaut as well?
What? Oh, yeah.
That's from our house.
That's
I
very
think they got it with a pack or a band send out or something.
Yeah, something like that. Great. Well, thank you for the tour. Excited to see what Jay thinks. Okay, we are in cottage number 2 next door. And there's actually no room for a Christmas tree in the living room in this cottage. As Charlie said, they're all different layouts. So Charlie's actually got a real tree in a little pot here. And we've got it here in the kind of conservatory area, which is really cute. So it's a bit smaller, so I need to just cherry pick some of the more petite charms and get this decorated. It's nice to have a real tree. The hedgehog. It's a very cute woodland nature themed tree in here. We've got the hedgehogs, we've got the defender, we've got the pine cones, so many of our favourites. It looks very sweet. I mean, it's I don't know if I'd be thrilled if it was my only tree in my actual home, but I think for a holiday cottage, oh, I spotted a chicken, then it's absolutely perfect. Where can our... Oh yeah, that was so cool. Final chicken can go down here. I love the little golden chickens. All right, we've got to get home because our lovely chef, Nina, who's cooking for us tonight, is going to be arriving at ours very shortly. So let's go. Oh my goodness, I look like I've been dragged through a hedge backwards. Good job, I've got a few hours to get ready for tonight's party. As I mentioned earlier, it is our team Christmas party tonight. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 of us going to be here at the house tonight. Can't wait, and I'm especially excited for the food. So we've got a really lovely local-ish chef, Nina, coming to cook for us. I will leave Nina's Instagram down below in case you come to the Cotswolds and you want to have a really special evening, or if you're local. I think she travels quite a lot as well, and she just creates the most exceptional dishes, and you don't have to worry about anything when it's your party. She takes care of everything. I've been watching her Instagram stories drooling today because our dessert is cardamom poached pear puff pastry tartlets with a hot chocolate sauce, and she's been prepping them today, and I've seen on her stories the prep and it looks amazing. So they do most of the prep before coming here, and then the food will be finished off here in our kitchen and then served, which will be so lovely. So let me talk through what we're going to have on the menu. Every year we print out cute little menus so everyone can see what they are having, and I've got all the menus from the last 5 years of our team Christmas dinners in a drawer in there, and it's really nice to look through each year. So Nina has a lot of very similar kind of priorities to what we do, so really championing incredible quality, lots of organic and local seasonal produce. So most, if not all, of what she sourced for tonight's dinner has been sourced locally, and it's all very seasonal and lovely. So, are you ready to hear what we're having tonight? My mouth will start to water as I talk through this. So for our starters, we're having a winter harvest gnocchi. I love gnocchi. Gnocchi with pumpkin. Oh, and by the way, first, there are going to be canapes, and canapes are my favourite thing in the whole world. Little nibbly bits of yumminess. Can't wait. So winter harvest gnocchi, a gnocchi with pumpkin, gorgonzola, macadamia nut and thyme is what we'll be enjoying as our starter. I've actually not had a proper meal since breakfast this morning, and I'm now okay with that because I'm going to eat so much later. The main dish is called the Yuletide Feast, and it's a braised beef rib, crispy cubed potatoes, broccoli, toasted almonds and crispy pancetta with roasted cabbage with caraway and brie filled pastry stars. Brie-filled pastry stars. Ah, I can't wait. And for pudding, we've got the poached pear puff pastry tartlets with hot chocolate sauce. How amazing does that sound? We've printed out the menus. I laid the table yesterday, thank goodness, so that's a job not to worry about right now. But I'm going to pop the menus on everybody's place settings and put things like crackers, steak knives out for the beef, and just get everything ready. Nina, and I believe she's bringing an assistant, will be here in about 10 minutes. And then I've got a couple of hours to get ready, which is perfect. So yeah, let's get the dining room ready. So luckily I laid the table yesterday. Where should I put the menus? Maybe underneath the napkin? Yeah, that looks delightful. Perfect. It's not the warmest in here. I might turn the radiator on for a bit. Hello my darlings, it's a few hours later, or about an hour later. I have freshened up my makeup, put some sparkly bits I put sparkly bits on, I put on my Nooks roll on my chest. If I'm looking a bit red, it's because I got out the bath about 10 minutes ago. Bit of highlight, bit of sparkle on the eyes, and do you know what? I was not expecting the 𝑭𝒊𝒏𝒅 peptide lip treatment to be such a good gloss, but every time I wear it I'm like, oh, this is too good just to go to sleep in. Couldn't be bothered to do anything with my hair, so we've done a little low bun because we are letting the dress do the talking tonight. I haven't worn this yet. Well, actually I have. I wore this, I was going to say I haven't worn it yet this year, but I wore it to the Downton Abbey premiere. And I adore this dress so much. And I'm not too sure what other Christmas party I could wear it to. So I thought, you know what? Oh, sounds like some of our guests are here. I'd better go downstairs. Or maybe Charlie's chatting with Nina and Millie. The kitchen smells amazing. The whole house smells incredible, mixed with the smell of the fireplace, which I love. Charlie's lit the fires. Cannot wait for canapes. I've been nibbling on my little sachet of nuts, but can't wait for the canapes. Millie and Nina are so lovely. They've actually travelled all the way from Ascot in Berkshire, so not quite as local as I thought they were. I don't know why I thought they were literally just down the road, but I'm very grateful that they've come all this way. So they cover obviously Surrey, Berkshire, London, so I'll leave Nina's details down below because she's phenomenal and her food is exquisite and she's such a joy to have in your home, which is really, really important. Anyway, let's head downstairs. Sorry, I turned the light off a bit prematurely. Let's head downstairs and get the drinks ready for our guest's arrival, which technically could be from in as little as 3 minutes. If everyone is punctual. So I'm excited for this evening. I'll try and capture as much as possible, especially of our food. But if I don't get a chance to say goodnight later on, then thank you for watching today's vlog. Very, very grateful. Do give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheerio! The most Christmassy room in the house is prepared for our guests. Charlie has lit the candles, lit the fire. We've got the new Joy and Peace candle from 𝑭𝒊𝒏𝒅 here, and it is so good. It kind of works quite well with the smokiness from the fire. A quick full-length outfit, not in the best light, but I just love this dress so much, and I've got my gold Manolos on. Yay! It's one of these dresses that has just worked very hard in my wardrobe. It's so sparkly and I'm determined to get as much wear out of it as possible. Another dramatic cape detail. Christmas outfits for the sausages.
One cucumber with fillet steak and parboiled potato and mustard.
Oh my gosh, I'm going to go for one of the sticky ones. That's these ones, right? Yeah. Thank you so much. Enjoy. Lovely, thank you. Dicky.
Because when you're growing up,
chicken wing. Yeah. Did you say butternut squash and sage arancini? Oh my goodness. Oh, can't wait. Thank you. I think this might be my dream starter. Thank you so much. Yes. Oh, the sun.
Yeah, let's do the crackers.
Crack the crackers. We're going to go all around, crisscross. Jake's probably got a magic trick for this. Yeah, let's do a pinch. He's going to take the prizes. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1. You got no. That's a great one.
You want a cheeseburger?
Is that fun?
I don't even have that.
I think you got the short change.
Oh, I got the most useful.
Chuck them on the fireplace.
But I am going to read a joke. What do you call someone who is afraid of Father Christmas?
Chloe.
Are you afraid of him? Oh, thank you very much.
I'm afraid of Father.
Claustrophobic.
Claustrophobic.
Quite a good one. Just with this one, yeah.
What do reindeers hang on their Christmas trees? Ornaments.
Oh, they don't have horns. Wait, we had this.
They have antlers, right?
Yeah, we did say this last
Yes, this is Nina. This is amazing Nina.
Should we call him Sam? Sam the starter. This is like gorgonzola cream with some pumpkin whisk up in it, with some gnocchi on top, which is nice and crispy, and the macadamia nut crumb with a little bit of parsley and some lemon.
Wow.
And for you, Lizzie, obviously it doesn't have the cream beneath it, but everything else is dairy-free.
Thank you.
Okay, enjoy.
Yes.
Rib of beef with some crispy potatoes, 10% broccoli, brie filled, hopefully pastry star, toasted almonds, pancetta, and you've got a herby crusted. Sounds delicious.
Fabulous.
So there's no dairy on your plate.
It looks perfect.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. I did already say goodnight to you earlier, but we did not want to go to bed without doing tonight's advent calendar because you guys do not let us get away with it if we either forget or have memory card problems. So I promise you we won't be missing any more advent calendars. We've only missed 2, I think, so far. But we have had the most incredible evening. Luckily not too late. We are all grannies in Team Fashion Mumbler. It's only about 11, just after 11 p.m. So yes, we are very much ready for bed, but our tummies are very full. Nina's cooking was absolutely incredible. We had, do you know what? I always get the most excited about the canapes. The canapes were scrumptious, especially we had these little arancinis. You saw everything earlier, but it was fantastic. I would definitely recommend. And she was just so lovely as a person to have in the house as well. Just such a joy. So darling is, oh, I thought you were putting pajamas on. Are they your pajamas?
These are
yeah,
PJs.
they are your PJs.
Right.
I've got my Holland Cooper PJs on. You've got your Drakes. Very nice.
Okay,
Did you enjoy the dinner tonight?
I feel really bad. Was it Nina? Was it Emily? Was it Rosie? Millie? The two of them were an absolute dream team. It's been a long day. It's been a fabulous day. We're going to do the advent calendar now, so let's do it.
Go to bed.
So, number 10.
Day number 10. Where is it? Every single time you think they'd be tired after all. Ooh! I've said before, but this is my favourite marzipan fruit.
From?
The sugary one.
Sugary one, yeah.
As soon as it's so late, I'm going to save this until tomorrow. Otherwise, do you find if you have a sweet just before bed?
Yeah, I mean,
I don't sleep very well.
I found that eating, I used to not midnight snack, but do you remember, like, historically, maybe honestly, like once every other week, we'd have dinner early, and then I'd be like, oh, I'm still hungry.
We'd go across the road.
And well, no, even here, like I'll have like just jam or peanut butter on toast or something, and then I'd realise I slept so badly after doing that. Yeah. So I've managed to refrain from that now. Yeah. Right, let's do this.
Okay, day number 10. Where would Hermione go for all her research? She'd go to the library.
We don't have a library in this house, but what room has the most books?
The drawing room cupboard probably has the most books. Okay, it's very smoky in the drawing room because we have the fire lit all evening.
What's this robin called?
Robert?
Rob.
Rob the Robin. We're good at these names, aren't we? Oh, the tree lights are still on. Yay! Okay, where would Hermione go to all her research? Oh. What do we have here? Sunday lunch at the Wild Rabbit!
Yeah.
Next Sunday!
Because we were saying we've never had Sunday lunch there.
No. Oh my gosh, that's going to be amazing. And this weekend, are your mum and dad coming?
Not to the Sunday lunch.
Oh, okay.
No, it's just the two of us. Yeah.
Aww.
So we're gonna go that morning. It's a 𝑑aylesford sponsored day, really. That morning we're gonna take mum and dad. They want to go to 𝑑aylesford, but obviously it's gonna be very busy on the Saturday when they get here. So we're gonna get up at a good time on Sunday, go to 𝑑aylesford together at like 9 a.m, which will still be
cray.
Well, it won't be rammed. Then go for breakfast at the club, the Nest in the club. Go for a short walk, and then they'll head back. Aww. And then we're going to go for Sunday lunch. It's an early one. It's 1:15.
I am so
Thank you. Shout out to my friend Luke, who is the GM there, because
got him on speed dial. For anyone that's also coming to Cotswolds looking for a Sunday roast,
King and Plough.
Yes.
Recommend that.
But also, oh god, let me try and remember where it is.
Herd, Tottenham. That would be my other one.
Yes. There's somebody WhatsApped me, a pal from the club, saying apparently Hill, Hyll, that used to be Charingworth Manor, apparently that is incredible.
Well, we'll have to try it. I wouldn't recommend it until we've tried it. So let's try it.
I'm just saying, like if we need a January roast or a late December.
We could try it, definitely.
There's one more Sunday before Christmas, so we could sneak it in.
That's true. Okay, right.
Thank you, darling.
Let's go to bed.
Can't wait. Bedtime. Well, my darlings, we are positively exhausted, so I'm going to bid you good night. Thank you so much for watching today's Vlogmas day 10. Wowza, we are powering through. Also, a quick thank you to Raycon, who very kindly sponsored today's video. So you can go to buyraycon.com/Josie Open for my fabulous open earbuds, and that will get you 20% off site-wide, which is amazing. So if you still are looking for a lovely little stocking filler, then you'll find the link to that down below, and if you head to that address it'll get you 20% off. So my darlings, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you very soon, well, tomorrow, for the next one. Good night.